Seems as though the tide of the battle is turning in your favor, with the sound of cracking glass. Colors around you shift and distort. Samsel, staggering backwards, unprotected by anyone at all, pulls out, fumbles, pulling out her wand. Jeez, jeez. She holds out in front of her, shakes it. Come on, come on, come on. There's a burst of magical energy, flies out in multiple directions, converges on an insect right there in front of her. And that's going to be a total of what looks like 9 force damage. Oh, plus bloodied. Creature's in bad shape. You can see cracks in its carapace. Green blood dripping out into the snow, but it's still bearing down on Samsel. Red sand stinger on the southern side goes flying down. Alright.
Does it give her a hug?
It does give her a hug with its poisonous stinger.
See? How could you ever doubt me? 26 most definitely hits, except it might hit my mirror image. My last remaining mirror image.
The last of the mirror images.
It hits me. I still have a mirror image. Wow, magical piercing and poison. I'm resistant to poison, but I have blade ward up, so I'm also resistant to piercing. I think. Hold on, let me read it.
Girl, this is so dramatic. Just listening to you remember your statuses. I'm like on the edge of my seat, hoping beyond hope you find something else.
I'm already sweating.
Until the end of the turn, I have resistance to both, so it definitely hits me. But it makes me mad, and it doesn't hurt me near as bad as it ought to. Oh, that's nice.
Alright. What's your blade ward look like? I don't think we've seen this happen before.
Oh. What would a priestess's blade ward look like? So the magical armor that she always dons every morning, given to me by my feet, it is excellent, hardens and becomes more visually apparent when she casts Blade Ward. The golden light that seems to shiver just a centimeter above her skin seems more visibly apparent when Blade Ward is up, but it seems like it's a power that she can only infuse for very short, about 6 seconds of time. But this time, she happened to have it up, and where the insect's pinchers try to claw into her, you see ripples of bright light as they slow and still hit her, but not nearly quite as bad.
Excellent. So being resistant now to both types of damage, you will take half of 18 piercing and half of 17 magical poison, and rounded in whatever is worse for you.
Worse? But we don't get worse when we... Dang it! And I'm going to use my reaction to be mad at it with my Hellish Rebuke, which I get to cast at 2nd level once per day.
These are blue flames?
Indeed. So beneath... you have to do a dexterity save before I describe it. Please roll less than an 18, little bug.
No.
What the fudge?
I think it still takes half, though, right?
I hope so. Is it half that's... Wait, half total...
Yeah, it'll still take
they
half.
fixed the show spell description.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I clicked at that time. I don't know if it matters if I did or someone else does it.
So seeming in contrast to the golden power that seems to protect her, as if from her skin ignites a hot blue flame that bursts at her as she bares her teeth and snarls at the bug that just dared slash at her with its pinchy pinchers. How dare you! And blue fire just flickers and shoots towards the bug for a total of 28 fire damage, but half, so 14.
As the blue flames sear into the creature, it squeals and there are pops and cracks in its carapace. You have bloodied this red sand stinger.
She sort of hisses a bit. That's all my reaction.
Alright. Salinger. Morale. Moral? Salinger Moral.
Could we all hear Samsel squeal and panic in the background?
Yeah, I think so.
One swing at the bug in front of him with his hammer. Was a long character sheet loading pause. Guessing a 12 misses.
Yeah, as you swing in, the creature kind of scurries under. Your swing goes high. You can see it circling you, looking for an opportunity to strike you with its claws.
Takes a step backwards through the snowy, rocky terrain.
When you take a step back, it's going to attempt to hit you with an attack of opportunity. Currently looking at a 23.
I know. Yeah, that'll hit him.
I'll spend sparks to reroll that.
Okay, 2 spark points spent to reroll this attack. Oh, a 28.
And that'll hit him more.
So you're looking at 32 magical slashing damage as you move, presumably to help Sansel. This creature takes the opportunity to move in and strikes you with its claw. Your movement speed is reduced to 0.
Gotcha. So as he starts to pivot, I envision the creature hitting him in the side of the knee, forcing him to not be able to go forward, hamstring him a little bit. He looks off in the distance, knowing that he can't help either Araya that he sees with a bug flying just above her, or Samsel that he heard off in the distance, and just swings a second time at the creature in front of him. Does an 18 hit?
18 glances off of the creature's heavy armor. The spark.
Does it? Does it really? Or does some spice points make that one not glance off?
Wait, the D8 is for attack from Bardic Inspiration?
Oh, let me check.
Yeah, I believe it can be.
I think it's
used for
attack or skill checks. Cool, I'll use it on this one since I think I'm probably close with the way you said glance.
All right, go for it.
Oh, that's enough
23?
enough to change the fate of this attack. At 23 hits.
Cool. So he swings down at the carapace limb that stopped him from moving and crushes it for 17 total damage.
Plus bloodied, that'll be 23. This creature's in bad shape. You can see one of its legs is broken, blood's dripping down into the snow, glowing almost luminously green. I think it's your turn.
Just lets out a defeated but determined breath as he turns back towards that bug, looks over at Fane, says, "We need to finish this." And
I'm
then
with you. Esmond.
Bonus action, Esmond is going to yell for Typhon to stand and protect Somsol. So Typhon will use half movement and then its action to run up and stand next to her. So that'll be, movement and action for Typhon to do that. And then Esmond yells that in a moment of clearance, but having absorbed these visions, he turns towards the one that is harassing Sal and Fane. He's just like, no, I have to be wrong. It can't be right. It can't be what I think it is. I have to be wrong. And he's running, dashing towards the creature and will just reach it, standing next to Fane, and will take 2 swings at it. .31 to hit for 10 slashing damage plus bloody.
You carve through the creature's carapace and blood splatters out all the way against the rocks behind it. You can see it barely limping along, hissing at you, one of the mandibles broken, still alive.
Second attack. 30 to hit for 14 slashing damage.
30 to hit for 14 slashing damage of 30 hits. Tell me a story.
Esmond dashes in, mumbling to himself that he has to be wrong, and he gets these jumping over the carcass behind him and gliding around Fane to get these strikes in. And on this last strike, he stabs into the mouth, and as he does, his eyes are closed, and he is just mumbling to himself, I have to be wrong. No, not like this, not like this, not like this. He stabs through the mouth, through its head, whatever, all is connected there.
Thinks in. Once again, there's a flash in your mind. You see almost a burning eye, a doorway above a pool of water. You see a shape, indistinct, on the other side, set against sands, then emerging through the portal into the temple of the Maiden Thrice, an insectoid creature. It looks around. Its wings beat a high-pitched noise. As it moves forward, more of them follow it through to the temple.
That is my turn.
Creature defeat is slain. the hilltop. Rick shouts, "There's more of them coming!" Knocks an arrow, and looses two in the direction of the creature attacking Samson. Start with one. Ooh, that arrow strikes true. Much better vantage point than the last time. 19 piercing. And yeah, right, the arrow seems to go through a weak point in the creature's neck. Blood splatters in the snow. The creature goes down, almost falling on top of Typhon. Albert's going to try to fire at that red sand stinger, but it gets +4 armor class against him because of the cover.
Yeah, sharpshooter.
Oh, yes. Right.
We know because of his previous encounter with that little fairy that Doc summoned.
That's true.
With that, you summon Doc.
Pure spite is powering her.
An arrow flies through, flicking through the trees, going just above the rocks, and hits the red sand stinger that is attacking our ray. Blood splatters against the snow. It goes. So I believe in the immediate area around you, your enemies are slain. So for the moment, we'll leave initiative. However, well, yeah, we'll pretty much leave. Thank you. Far up in the hilltop, just cresting some of the rocks, you can see that there is another contingent of these creatures, the ones you had previously led astray, coming your direction, but you have time. If you had to guess, you have probably a full 45 seconds, a minute before they might arrive.
I think Peach sees Doc blink into existence, or had she always been there? And she'll say to Doc as she notices her there, "Salinger's hurt! He needs help real bad!" And she'll start rushing to the south to check on Sal.
Patrick, are you actually here in order to interact with that?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me try to see if the camera works. One second.
A camera? Oh my god.
Oh my god, is Doc actually here? Oh my shit.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit,
got
a
computer.
face
I
to
think it
work
works.
with. Whoa.
Who is
Doc's
that?
a boy?
I don't trust it.
I always picture Doc with the 5 o'clock shadow.
It would have been even better earlier just even a few days ago, because I've been sick for so long. My voice was like an octave deeper, which would have been perfect. Chris was saying.
Doc takes off the mask. Sounds like Batman.
It's the reverse.
Yeah, that's the real her.
I am the law. Just to make sure that we're setting the scene correctly here, it looks as though the creatures all around you have just been defeated moments ago. Blood still warm. Cold? Probably cold-blooded. Cold in the snow. On the hilltop, we'll say on the upper side of the map, there are 6 more of these creatures en route to you, but you have time. I'm going to say you guys probably have a full minute, so what, 6, 10 turns? A lot. Yeah, you basically have a minute until they would reach your location if you had to guess.
Okay, having heard what Peach said, yeah, Ava starts trekking her way towards wherever Sal is.
Okay. Well,
Do you want to do this?
In no particular order. Everybody, you can take. Geez, I guess it's a lot. Is it up to 10 turns? Is that a minute? I think it's 10 turns. So you have up to Do the things you need to do.
Should we stay in initiative order? Or is it okay to be jumping around?
Yeah, you can jump around. You don't need. You keep track of how many turns you're taking, but you don't need to do them over.
Okay. Yeah, by the time Doc gets to Sal, Peach is fussing over him in a way that is unhelpful. She doesn't have any medical stuff. She doesn't even have any potions. She's just bothering him. You just this one looks really Sal. Doc will be here in just a second.
Yeah, tell me what's wrong with Sal.
That last one got him really good. He's sliced
Oh, no.
up.
Sorry, I was asking Sean to tell me what was wrong with his character.
Yeah, I'll describe it real quick. Two things at the moment. Mechanically, he's just bloodied. Visually, he's pretty scratched up. He's got a few claw marks. It doesn't look that much worse than a regular battle, but there seems to be a half-elf just like flying around him at light speed, messing up his hair while he's trying to resituate himself.
Okay,
I'm
so
not messing up your hair.
Doc's seen him look worse. It sounds like.
I think Samsul possibly looks the worst out of.
Somsul's
Folks.
bloodied, Salinger are bloodied. That's pretty much the information that you get.
Yeah. He sounded more scared.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna. She sort of like looks at Peach, and while Peach is fussing, she kind of like rolls her eyes a little bit as she's getting her stuff, and begins just sort of working on Sal. And she says, "You're gonna be fine." Yeah, she'll work to patch him up. He's bloodied, so I'll do that. I'll cast something on you, and then I'll run over towards the other person.
She has a name.
Oh no.
Okay. Sal is a big guy. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do.
I mean, he's well built. I wouldn't say big. I'd say medium creature.
I don't want to overdo this, but let's see. Okay, yeah, she starts to sort of looks at she starts to get her equipment out, and then sort of looks at everything over, and she just puts it back away like she's decided to use magic. And you see her start to channeling, and by now you understand she's sort of drawing energy into herself to make something more powerful, as she's about to send healing into him. And I'll do that real fast, and then people can do other stuff, because it'll take me a second.
You see Albert fishes a potion out of one of his pouches and drinks it down.
While all of this is going on, Ishtalan.
She's been Shalati for weeks and we just didn't know.
Wow. Too soon.
Twin. I've secretly been parent trapping you all. I don't know who the parents are, but Ishtalan
It's always been.
Is scooting around the battlefield with very long, rather Quebec-like leaps, actually, just bounding up and down rocks, pulling arrows swiftly from bug carcasses, evaluating them and tossing them aside. She is also going to take Albrecht's if he doesn't try and take them back first. And she calls in a fairly low but urgent way, "Hey, maybe we can hold off on the bandaging and the healing until after we get away from this place, because there are reinforcements coming and I don't see a reason for us to be fighting them. I still have, and you might notice at this point if nobody had seen it, but everyone who had been there originally when she first cast Pass Without Trace, back when they first were being chased, it's still up. And so their footsteps are still not showing in the snow. And she says, "We still have a pretty good chance to hide. At the very least." And she's directing this at all the people who wanted to fight before. "We can hide and ambush them."
Rick says, good idea. Lead the way.
Esmond will announce as Ishtalan is saying all this. I agree. These things, if we just hide from them, we'll just go back and reinforce the bigger thing that we eventually have to take down. I say we just hide and take them down now if we have the opportunity. And Esmond is going to gather himself and Typhon and go find a place to hide somewhere on the map.
Bane moves to Araya's mirror image. He says, "Are you okay?"
Has to roll to hit.
Is he like a golden retriever with 2 brain cells? I love it. So you see both Araya and her mirror image turn to him. No, I'm actually great. But wait, are we retreating or hiding for ambush?
Ishtan said we should move.
I trust them. I trust them, and my fire, the radiant damage, nothing seemed to help. What about you? Sorry about the flying thing. I'm glad you didn't fall. Has Casey joined us yet?
Casey is making his way down the rocks
Excellent.
to the east there, towards them. Yeah. As he does, as they come into view, he speaks a low Ignan word that kind of rumbles out through the landscape and rumbles up through the feet of several of the party members as he's casting his kind of mind link thing into a few people. I'll post to it here in a second.
Samsel turns and throws her arms around Typhon. She's like, "That was so close. They almost got us."
Oh, ignore what I just did. I'm sorry. Give me 1 sec.
Typhon is unmoving, and as Esmond walks up to collect it and find a place to hide, I'm happy that Typhon protected you.
She kind of blinks, looks at you, looks at Typhon. Oh.
I mean, that's probably the most gratitude that Typhon has ever received, as a matter of fact. So, I think it's appreciated.
Oh, she brightens up. I think I'm dying.
Yeah, you should go find Araya or Doc, and then find a place to hide. Yeah, their healing is back that way. Find a place to hide afterwards. We're going to try and ambush these reinforcements.
My back. And she calls, no, I'm
In the
gonna
midst-
come back. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to hide.
In the midst of this, Sal's eyes kind of go clear, and he breaks out of his rage, processing everything that everybody has been saying. Peach fretting over him, Doc starting to heal him, and then picks up the word hide. Turns, puts a arm on Peach's shoulder and a hand on Doc's shoulder, and says, "Let's find cover. Take care of me once we're safe."
Yeah, of course.
Okay. As they're moving, disregard what I said the first time. Doc is just sort of... I forgot she already has the spell up, so she is healing as they move. Just start adding the points up, and let me know when Sal got topped up.
All those numbers? Okay.
While Sean is doing that, Esmond just after he finds a place to hide, will just announce to the valley, they're weak to cold. If you have cold magic, use that.
I'm only firing.
No, fireworks on them too.
Kind of. Whichever way Ava is headed, I'm gonna go with whomever is not with someone with healing ability. But I'm trying to maybe ping. Like maybe are we gonna 2 spots or?
Oh.
Ishtalan, I think, is going to call out as she heads toward one of the higher parts that she can find in the tree. Try and spread out and don't let them back you into a corner.
Yeah,
I'm going to guess that they might investigate their dead compatriots first.
Albrecht calls out, Are we staying here or moving on?
Seems like we are staying here to try and kill the last of them so that they can't go back to their mother bug.
Somsel has kind of limped over to where Araya and Doc were, and she kind of looks around, uncertain what to do.
Somsul is healed for 58. Let me know if she's still wounded.
She is full.
Okay.
If Fane is standing in your little zone, your bubble.
Okay, yeah. The only thing that she can't do is that, obviously, if we're gonna try to hide, each of these iterations is a 6-second pass. So time is passing, and
He
so
can walk with you as you
Okay.
go to a location. But
Oh.
or Fane can go with me.
Yeah, no, it totally is fine if mechanically he walks with me. I just meant I know that if I'm speaking, I don't think that would work for the ambush. So I don't want to be talking right up until they're.
Totally fair. If he
Yeah,
didn't
so-
call out for healing, then he doesn't
Yeah.
he doesn't get none. I'm gonna go Esmond side. I don't know where Sal, Ava, and folks are gonna go.
Oh,
I think that way, where I just moved the.
where are they coming from, the bad guys?
North? South.
The upper right part of the map. In terms of what actual direction that is, it's like... yeah.
Norst.
Does Fane still have Shield of Faith?
For as long as I concentrate on it, yes. My concentration has not yet been broken. Let me check the spell description real fast to see. I'm trying to remember if it's a 10-minute or a 1 minute.
One last question, Chris. If they're coming from the top right, isn't that higher than where we are? Isn't that area overlooking? Like, Casey shot down in that area, right?
Correct.
Okay, so Avis looks at like where they are, and it's like, I don't think we're gonna be hidden from them. We should go over to.
Hide in the trees, or come up to the. Maybe she just sticks a hand up.
Yeah.
And waves sort of in like this upper, or.
I'm gonna turn invisible, so
There? Okay. Yeah, Ava's gonna start moving that direction if she can get everybody else to move this like.
I thought we were all separating. I mean, I don't
I thought
know.
we were taking cover. We don't know what we're doing.
I'm gonna go invisible once
Yes to all of those.
Okay. Yeah, like over this direction, I think if they're coming from the top right of the screen, then I think that blocks line of sight from the top right, either going through the canyon or at the top of the before you scramble down the side of it, right, Chris?
Yeah. The upper side of the map is higher for the most part. There are obviously ravines here and there, but for the most part, the top sides are.
Okay.
Is Casey's turning sideways, him hiding under the brush?
Yeah, he's kind of in that tree there, up on the hill.
Peach, get up here.
I'm back here with you, Doc.
I'm pretty sure up is better than down, and invisible is better than seen.
Are you laying prone, Casey?
Yes.
Are you really? Are you hiding like
I'm in
in
that
a
tree.
bush? Well, then
And
that's not so. Like, are you like in the tree or are you like under a bush?
I'm kind of like lounging under the tree. Like, have you seen Jurassic Park?
No,
Back at the table.
Casey, you're just making yourself a treat. Don't be a snack.
Nah, he's kind of obscured by the tree branches there.
Did Casey look hurt?
Slightly sweating.
Casey is not bloodied. So unless you ask, he didn't say anything.
Shield of Faith lasts for 10 minutes, so it's up still.
Ishan, as Peach, Araya, and Doc all hear in their head. So, we're ambushing them when they come into this valley, yeah?
Yeah.
There's just a long sigh.
Yeah, I guess that's the plan. And Peach would softly pass that on to the folks in the little area who aren't in the mine link. That Casey just wants to confirm this ambush, right?
I mean, the big guy's still a little bit out, so we have some time to, clean this up and decide what we're doing with the big guy.
Someone should probably be the person to say when we're supposed to spring the ambush.
I mean, I think it'll be obvious.
Is
I'm
everyone
genuinely
okay?
surprised that nobody contested that statement.
Peach is passing it on to Sal, and Sam still looks there
Salinger's-
and like,
Yeah, Salinger's not in
Not
this
in
line
like-
link.
Araya is not a
No one heard
technician.
Peach is quietly passing on what other folks are saying, though. Don't feel left out.
If Casey is passing on any of this, Ishan makes a sort of mental sound and then says, if they come down to check out all the damage that's been done, then maybe when they're there, someone who can do some kind of big splashy spell thing hit them at once, and then we all act at that moment.
Sounds good.
All right, but who's that person gonna be? Because I ain't got much splashy spell stuff left.
That's not me.
I could remove a curse on them, but I don't think that would be helpful.
Casey or Esmond?
I might have something on my sleeve.
Or
Good.
Doc, if you can do the thing that grabs him.
But also, Doc, these things hit really, really hard. Even the little ones, like, it might be you can get out there and fight and throw spells around and all, but you are going to be very needed for the healing up of folks. If somebody gets hit, it's real bad.
Got it. I don't
Okay.
think I have anything that's real big that would get them.
Does anyone have any last actions they want to take in your window of preparation before?
I'm gonna invisible myself using my ring.
Oh, do we roll for initiative anew?
You will be rolling for a new initiative. I'll tell you when to roll. Don't roll it yet.
Peach takes the
think,
opportunity to... Go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
Peach takes the opportunity to make sure both guns are loaded, and she kind of takes a little perch slightly above Salander and Doc where she can aim over them. So she's ready and loaded.
Sal takes the time to work out a few wrinkles from his shirt, tuck things in, fix his hair.
Sal, you look good, but you're gonna get fought up again. You should just clean it all with I can help you prestidigitate it off at the end of the day.
It's the kind of excuse folks use to not make their bed just because it's going to get messed up. It's always worth it to look right before the next thing.
Do you
Alright, I
want
guess
your-
I can't complain when you look that good, alright. I ain't got a problem with you looking good and kicking ass.
Peach, we're setting an ambush.
Maria whispers from above you, if you want your last memory to be really hot, it's good to clean up first.
Yeah, and Doc, this could be the last moment of anybody's life. Let a girl appreciate the art.
Araya deafened whispers way too loud. You hear her voice echoing across the rocks.
Shoot, I wouldn't have actually heard you talking. I'm so sorry. That's true. So dumb.
Oh, Ray, you're so loud right now.
I love it.
Ishlan, as she's waiting, there's a brief shimmer about her legs, and she stumbles and sags. Looks down, makes a little bit of a disappointed frown, and then pulls another potion from her pouch, and will swig it. This one has like little ice crystals floating in it. And she's going to drink a potion of armor of Agathis as her jump potion wears off.
Ooh.
Alright. You see Albrecht draws an arrow from his quiver, knocks into his bow, cracks his neck a little bit, takes a deep breath. You see Samsel is pressed up back against the rocks. You see her, she's checking, rechecking her pockets. Oh, I've got it somewhere, I've got it here somewhere. Alright. Cresting over the hilltop, you see a number of those insectoid creatures. The large ones with thick armor, sharp claws. Glancing in the sky, doesn't look like any of the flying ones are accompanying them, though. As they begin to make their way down the rocks, you can hear in the quiet the of their claws. You see them stop at the first corpses of the flying insects that have been killed on the mountaintop. Well, in the higher portion of it anyway. You see them moving close to the bodies, but not touching them. There are flutters of their small wings, far too small to be used for flight. You can hear a high-pitched sound that seems to echo back and forth as the creatures seem to answer one another with beats of their wings. They begin to move further down in your direction, moving across the rocks.
Sal's gonna drink a potion too.
Yep, so you manage to uncork your potion. Drink it down. You see them when one of them moves onto the hilltop. Seems to be looking down at the trench. Its eyes scan in the distance. Let's see, I think we need Thane, Esmond, Salinger, and Doc, and Casey to make stealth rolls, visual based.
Good job, Ava.
And I think we still have Pass Without Trace, is that right?
Yes.
Some
Yeah.
people did, yeah. I believe Esmond was included.
I don't remember who all exactly was there. I think most people were, but unfortunately, the specifics are dim to me.
I feel pretty confident Esmond was there. So it's a 15 for Esmond.
Or do you want to say some spark whispers?
You've got a bardic inspiration to throw at it.
Oh. Do I? Yeah, I do, actually. Let me, I'll roll a d8 and see if that helps at all.
Yeah. Bardic cheerleading.
Esmond.
18.
Okay, 18, better than a 15.
Yes, I'm going to keep the 18.
And 16 for Fane.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him reroll that.
Reroll for Fane.
Yeah.
Oh, 25, much better than a 16. The creature's eyes scan across the lot of you. eyes drift over to Fane. Pass right on by. They paused kind of on Esmond's position, but then he keeps looking. They don't seem to have seen you yet. Creatures continue to investigate, moving down the hills, over the rocks.
Esmond hears in his head. Remember when we used to flip rocks, looking for bugs? And you had to flip it over real quick, otherwise they would all scatter.
Yeah, I have a vague recollection of that.
Just wait for the rock flip.
Try and bunch them all together if possible. It'd be helpful for me.
Creatures continue to move. One of them crawls down over the corpses and where the main portion of the battle was. You see it looking around, flutters of its wings. See, the southernmost one moves, investigating the flames and smoke curling up from one of the corpses.
There's a small, as you recognize it, the Doc had been holding her breath without realizing it.
So almost takes a half step forward when he hears that. It's like, was that the signal?
One of them seems busy investigating the body, but another one has moved to the cliff top and is looking around. I need everyone except for... Where's Ishtal?
Where is Ixtalan? Can't find her.
She's like tree
I'm up there.
color, yeah? Nice.
I need everyone but Ishtalan and Araya to make stealth checks, please.
Oh, goodness.
You feel so stealthy.
God damn it, Ezra.
Oh, Esmond! Why are you clunking around? Stop carrying so much crap. You're like the kid with the wheelie backpack.
Oh, no,
You're
Fane.
so
Oh,
loud.
Fane, no.
I'm
So
gonna
loud.
give him a reroll from my fates. Oh my goodness, no, Fane,
Rerolling
don't die.
Oh,
Blessed by the maiden.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm
Ooh.
going to use 2 spark points to reroll my stealth roll as well.
okay.
Araya, like, mouthing prayers as she watches deathly from above.
Finally!
Yeah.
Ooh, good roll for Somsong. Let's see. Anyone else need to reroll? Alright, what's our lowest? Is that KC 16?
26, actually.
26.
Oh, plus 10, yeah, to all those. So our lowest is like a 30? Something like that?
Or 26, maybe.
26?
Less Ishtalan.
Alright, you see the creature scanning across you. walks right past you. There's a buzz of the creature's wings. It turns away. Start moving down.
She in the Casey's head, he hears. She goes, "What are we waiting for?"
A tiny mote of light comes out from where Casey's hidden. Right at this one here. And then there's an explosion. And a loud boom that echoes out as the boomstick explodes right on that creature.
Oh shit.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So describe this to us.
Yeah, so a tiny mote of light just flies out from under the trees where Casey's hidden, and it shoots down right in front of that creature, and then just there's a burst of light and a loud booming noise that echoes out through the trees, kind of shakes some of the snow off of the branches in that immediate area.
The light goes off in the creature's face, and it rears up and wails, flailing its claws at nothing at all, spinning around. You hear the loud impact boom. You feel it in your chest, echoing off of the rocks, shaking the nearby trees. The creatures all seem to flinch at the incredibly loud noise, and for Ava in particular, incredibly unpleasant. So Ava, you'll be deafened for one round. The creatures, however, seem to react really poorly to this as well. You see their wings shaking really erratically. It looks as though the boom from your boomstick may have disoriented these creatures with that loud noise. However, it's this then you begin to hear the rumbling. It's more than just the boomstick. You can feel it under your feet. And some of you, maybe glancing upward, see the shifts of long settled snow from the mountaintop.
Ava screams out, "Avalanche!" and she can't hear herself.
Everyone hears in their head, you're going to want to get higher or behind a rock.
I think in Casey's head is just a tired, "Oh, fuck you, Casey."
Okay. Let's see. Casey. Please roll d6.
That's my best thing.
I can't tell on the map how safe I might be or not be.
That was 3.
So the avalanche is coming from the upper left-hand portion of the map. You have 3 rounds until it arrives. Everyone, please roll initiative.
Someone said avalanche in the mind link. Like, Rhea's like feeling the rumbling, but she's not hearing the rumbling.
Yeah, if you feel you can feel it in your feet.
Oh, excellent. Good.
Chris, you said it's coming from the top left.
Mm-hmm.
It's funnier if it's that way, y'all. You know that video of the guy surviving an avalanche while holding an ice climbing pick, and it kind of goes over his head because he's like here and the avalanche is a...
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'm safe in a similar way if I'm like hugging the cliff face? I think that's what Araya thinks she is.
I have had avalanche training, if anybody actually wants to know.
I think I should know.
Staying against a
For
cliff
life.
face like that is actually a very good idea. If you can hear the avalanche, you can't outrun it. So you should stick to rocky surfaces and stable objects. Being
Cool.
around the rocks like that is very smart.
If
Well,
Echelon would know this time,
Araya's
he'd be able
instinct
to
was
pass it.
hug. Oh, Echelon's instinct is hug the rock too. Well, Araya's gonna like duck and cover and hold her head.
For clarity, yeah, probably your best choice if you're staying right there, but it will not make you safe.
No, that's true. This is D&D Avalanche, and we're wizards, so,
Well, what I mean is, you'll still have to make a roll. Like, you're not considered, like, you're not qualified
Yeah.
as not being affected by it.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just telling you all real avalanche facts in case you're ever trapped in this in real life.
No, that's exactly what I wanted for you, because I was like, you know what? I live in a no-snow place, so...
I live in the frozen north, and at one point was trained in another version of the frozen north. And one of the things I know how to do is how to survive avalanches. I've never tested it, but I did have to take a test.
All of you rolled initiative. Wait, why are only 3 of them on initiative?
3 of who?
Oh no, there we go. Alright. It looks as though Casey would be the first to act.
A second moat flies out. And strikes this creature here. Or just in front of him. And there's another loud boom as another flash of light bursts out.
There's another burst of sound and light. Makes the creature stagger. You don't get the impression that anything more is happening to them. But they're definitely disoriented.
I'm not trying to make more happen to them.
Okay.
And I will... Yeah, bonus action, just kind of hide where I am. And that's my turn.
Asmund.
Can I do a quick survey to see if there is anywhere in the immediate area surrounding myself and Fane of like where we could hide or like place ourselves to get out of the immediate danger of the avalanche?
Your certainly your best immediate option is having rocks on your upper left. In order to like not be, There are a couple places I think that would be very well protected. This spot. Can you see where I'm pinging? Something that's sheltered. Something that has a low point on the left side of a large rock.
So nowhere near where we are currently located.
No. Actually, probably I would say on the whole of this map, the only highly safe spot is actually going to be over here. So, can I move? Yeah, there we go. If you're zoomed in, I can move your camera. I think that's the only place you could be on this map where you would not need to make a roll of any kind. You'll be allowed to roll. Like, but I should put it this way: if you have rocks immediately on to your left, then you'll make a roll. If you're standing out in the open, you'll make a worse roll. If you're like probably hidden over this area, or yeah, honestly, it's probably just this area, or maybe yeah, probably just that one. Honestly, you won't have to make a roll if you're there.
Could you ping those safe spots again?
Yeah, it's really just this one.
Gotcha.
Someone share that information in the mind link.
Would Echelon actually know generally about avalanche safety and be able to say something about it in the mind link?
Roll survival. I'll tell you what. Let's just say this: amongst so many of you, one of you is gonna, one of you will know. So, with the mind link, you can. Yes, answer this.
Okay. And if we have an idea of where the direction is coming from, then Echelon is going to shout essentially just in Casey's mind. But find a place with a high cliff to the left if it's whatever the source is, the avalanche is coming from. I think that's our best bet right now, sort of a cave or something.
Everyone hears in their mind. Avalanche from the west, this way, in case you guys are going to want to move.
Okay, so you hear in your mind Esmond just yelling, "A warning! A warning next time!"
I said I was going to flip the rock.
Esmond does not feel comfortable that he will be able to make it across to the cliffside that you indicated, DM. So he's going to try and start making his way kind of up this mountainous area here to try and get up to this area and like push himself up against the terrain as much as he can.
Sounds good. Just as a note, I've marked enemies with like a little yellow icon. So because of the disorientation from the blast, until they start their turn, attacks against them are advantaged. And they have disadvantage on saving throws. Except for like Constitution.
So tempting.
And you said how many turns until the avalanche hits us?
3.
3.
Yeah, Esmond will use movement, but he's going to hold his action. And we'll have Typhon to keep Typhon behind to assist him in Feign to move up. At least help Esmond move up the mountainous terrain. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. From what she is, can she evaluate if this is her best option within like this span? Or is there's not enough time to see that?
Well, you had a glance coming up. Roll survival.
28.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the spot that you're in right now, we'll say is like a medium to bad spot. Well, we'll say it's a medium spot. Bad would be out in the open.
Right. What does she think of this spot versus this spot?
Those are both slightly better than her.
Okay. I think she is going to, and from here to Shapish, actually line of sight on these guys. I guess maybe this guy.
Those two up there you do, not the ones that are in there. You didn't move closer to the edge.
Okay, alright. She will draw and is going to aim at this one. So, the one that's up on the ridge. Sharpshooter. She gets advantage because they're stunned or something.
Yeah, they're disoriented.
Are they surprised? Is this a surprise round?
It is a surprise. Well, it's not. They are surprised. Let me think about that.
Who? Huh?
So they have not taken a turn yet. No, they're not. They're not surprised. Like they're not flat-footed. Like they came to investigate a battle. But they have not. It has not taken a turn yet, and they're not aware of your position. So you get those.
So she will sharpshooter this. I don't think she'll actually do anything else besides that, though, to be honest. So that's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
17 piercing. Second burst, same as the first. So I think this one's... Does this stunned advantage last for the entire round or just for the first hit?
The first attack against them.
Or 21 piercing.
Alright.
And then a third shot for her first round's advantage. And this one, I think, will go... I'll go toward this other one that she can see. She's gonna soften them up. So, ooh. Is that a 20? That's a 20. That sucks. Okay, I guess she will throw a combat superiority onto that to do a precision attack. Hopefully this... Yeah, okay. So that's 26 for a 27 piercing.
Awesome. And which one were you talking?
This guy. So is 17, 21... 28, 38 on this guy here, and 27 on this guy.
Awesome. Got them both. Yeah. Arrows fly through the air, sticking. Drunk first blood in this new battle.
I said 38 and 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then after that, she is going to move generally in this direction. I think I have enough movement with... can I leap over this thing here? Oh, we're supposed to remember.
Yeah, probably just difficult terrain to go over.
She's going to end up at this spot here, and if she can, she'll hide from whatever can't see her at the moment. And that will be it.
flash of the flare come from those trees on the hilltop. One of those red sun carapace goes tearing up the rocks toward Casey.
Currently hiding.
Your position was given away when you used the.
Dang.
Yeah, so you see the creature tearing up those rocks toward you, having followed the little smoke trail left behind by your boomstick. It's used its action and movement to get to you, but you can see it tearing at the base of the tree, ready to pounce toward you. Albrecht. And he is going to fire 2 arrows. Let's go. He's going to avoid sharpshooter. Oh, one of those is still a miss. One of the arrows sticks in the creature, the other one glances off. So to move.
Esmond is going to use his action now. He was holding it previously, but seeing Albrecht take a shot, Esmond's going to turn and put his hand on the pommel of the sword. He's going to 4th level cast Mind Whip on the 3 closest creatures to him. So this one, and that one. So all 3 of them need to make a DC 18 intelligence save.
Top down, left, or right? Is it intelligence, right?
Correct.
Oh, fail, and a critical failure, double damage on whatever the last one is.
Okay, so that's 8 psychic damage to all 3 of them, 16 on the one that critically failed, I suppose. And then...
show me which ones again. Sorry, I had to scroll to a different one. So that's 8 damage?
8 psychic damage, yes. And
greenish blood bursts out of the faces of one of them. You've bloodied it.
And all 3 of them, on their turn, I should say, on their next turn, they must choose whether they move, get an action, or bonus action. They only get one of the 3.
I've marked them with pink to indicate them.
Chris, was this one the first or last one to roll?
Last one.
Okay.
Wait, did Albrecht run past me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, god damn it, I fucked up. Oh, fuck shit, guys.
Oh no, did something change? Did you change something?
No, I can't do anything. I've used my movement and that was my action. I'm done.
Okay.
You can speak.
Can you yell at him?
Yeah, you could be like, "Oh fuck, I fucked up. I fucked up."
I mean, yeah, he hears that when I see him run past me. The wild man that presumably knows how to survive better than Esmond. Yes, Esmond starts saying, "Oh no, I fucked up, guys. Oh shit."
Oh, I see. that guy. Yeah, Fane with. Yeah, he's got. I think he's got his hatchet right now. Grom's Tallbreaker's still on his back. He looks around and says, "Oh, we're about to move. I don't think you should stay here. Wait, no, Esmond went that way." He chases after Esmond. Come, let's hide.
Ooh, all right. I'm not sure if I can move this. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, screw it. Doc's like, I think press against the cliffs. And she's like looking around, hoping someone has a better idea than that. And she looks towards the enemies and kind of bites her lip. Doesn't know if this is a smart thing or not. And she decides, and the magic around her, has tinges with sort of life and energy sort of dissipates. She begins to cast with small twinkles coming around. It's hard to probably see anything different since the earth is starting to rumble, but she casts a spell and it envelops in a big old circle as a sleet storm comes down over these guys.
Ooh. Tell us more about it.
So, yeah, she begins weaving and then sort of thinking about the cold and knowing they don't seem to like it, and the earth, the avalanche that's coming down, and just not knowing if like they'll be able to navigate it or something. Trying to figure out a way to disorient them. Yeah, the air takes on a little bit of like almost an electric feel around it, and then you sort of see clouds pull around and start to form out of nowhere, dark clouds, and then just a torrential downpour. It starts as a few drops and then quickly picks up out of nowhere, just like rain appearing in midair. Yeah, and then just a torrential downpour that completely just obscures the entire area. I'll try to place it. There's the spell. Yeah, she's gonna try to press up, against the rock. You'll have to tell me, Chris. It's kind of hard for me to see. Does that cavern go back? If I wanted to get up against the cliffside to be as close as possible, would I want to go further into this, like where I can't see, or is where we are about as close as we can get to the cliffside?
I think just for the convenience of you not being able to be behind something that I can't actually place you behind, just say that little crevice is as far as you can go. There's just like rocks there.
Okay, I'll see if I can try to move it just a little bit. It's supposed to be just a smidge to the right before Casey, but still getting that one that's right in front of him. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Did you also deliberately put it over Albrecht?
Oh, did I?
Oh,
man,
whoops.
That was... I completely...
Oh.
Let me...
Oh, my bad, guys. Too bad I can't do anything about that. Oh, oops. Oopsie.
I'll show you. That is what Bob Ross would call like a happy accident. I'm gonna try to move that just a small amount, if I can.
Roll a wisdom ability check to see if you noticed. Or Ishlan can use her reaction.
Okay, I'll try to move this just a little bit.
Anyway, I'll let you set up your latest. Okay, Salinger, you're going. Well, I guess we have to see where this is first.
Also, while that's being set up, I sent both you, Chris, and Patrick a message to clarify something before I take my turn.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So I figured with our powers combined, somebody might remember.
Yeah, no, I everything that you should have everything. I shouldn't have.
Okay, I had a recollection that during the Feywild moment you handed me that stuff, but yeah, just wanted to make sure. Okay, so Sal drank that potion right before the boom stink went off. I said stink, stick, and he has a little, yeah, too real. He has a little flashback moment right as the ground starts to shake and sleet starts to fall. And he remembers a game of spin turf during Casey's brief tenure playing on the same team with him and Seifert. A play meticulously planned out, every step in their head. He's knelt down in a 3-point position, just about to block a hole through so Seifert can run in a score, and Casey veers left, providing the perfect distraction, though completely unplanned, for them to win the game as a huge dock worker barrels right into his chest and slams him into the ground. Sees that massive bug flying, running across the snow towards him, laughs a little and says, "Well, some things never change," and then kicks off like a shot directly towards that big insect that's heading towards Casey. And the potion that he drank was a potion of haste, so he is going to easily get there on top of using Zephyr Strike, that an extra 30 feet, to see if he needs to hit something else after he barrels through this thing. Was the snowstorm, did it say difficult terrain or anything?
When you enter it, you have to make a dex save or you'll fall prone.
Well, that's going to be a good time. So haste gives advantage on that. We'll see how that goes.
Also, it's heavily obscured, so I don't know if that means the creatures inside can't see. I know that's true, but I don't know what it would mean for a creature, someone from the outside looking in.
Goes both directions.
Okay.
See if I get where I want to go, too.
Yeah, as you start running, when Ava understands what you're doing, in her head, she's like, "Sal!" So it probably only goes to Casey.
Hey, a nat 20.
Propelled by the power of memory.
Doc hears, Sal's not, I can't talk to Sal.
Alright, so that's a... Okay. Salinger made the saving throw, the natural 20, and then you're attacking.
Mm-hmm. With that extra force damage, if I... And it's advantaged because of the surprise round. Since this is clearly reckless, would I double advantage this?
Depends on which creature. Are you attacking the creature that's next to Casey?
Yeah.
The surprise, that creature already got its turn, so no surprise on
So single advantage then from Rex. 19?
No, 19 is going to be just short. It's like scurrying up the hill to get to Casey, so you're actually kind of far below it. So as you swing at it, it gets just out of your range.
All right. Frustrated, he kicks up to be in the air for the second swing just a little bit. Can be athletics if I need to.
Yeah, roll an athletics, DC 12.
No.
Oh no.
No, you can re-roll that, Salander. 2 pieces of spice. Please re-roll.
Okay.
And this is why you always request skill checks from the DM, not ask and wait for them to make you make. All right, second Rick.
Alright.
You'll just be 1, I think, because, or does it net? How does it? If they're both heavily obscured, does it just net out, Chris?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I think under normal D&D rules it would net out, but I actually do it. You would still have a layer of disadvantage if you can't see it all. However, is the heavily obscured for the Sleet Storm, does it have a distance? Or is it just everything in it and it is?
It doesn't name a distance.
Okay.
It says the area. So whatever the area is encompassed, the area is heavily obscured.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so there is 1 layer of disadvantage in there on your attacks.
Okay, so I guess the 24 and a 27, I'll just take the lowest. And I'll roll normal for the third attack from haste.
Yes.
Okay, so that one hit for 11, 15 total damage with the second swing.
Yeah. Hammer. 15, yeah. 15 hit.
Yeah. Hey, but I kicked a lot of ice and snow everywhere, so it looked cool.
You looked really cool.
But nobody can see it because they're inside the sleet storm anyway.
I can see it in my mind, and it's great, and I'm done with my turn.
Fine.
Peach, watching Sal run recklessly into the sleet storm, shakes her head and levels her rifle at the the one marked with the pink dot, so in the center there of the sleet storm. And with 1 layer of disadvantage. You go ahead.
Anything that requires vision, like you can't hit any targets in there if it requires vision to hit them.
Oh, I thought it was just disadvantage.
For a physical attack, you could roll disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, I would roll disadvantage if that is okay.
Yeah, as long as it's not a spell that requires targeting.
Okay, so usually I would roll with advantage because I'm taking aim, so could I do a flat roll?
Oh, interesting. Taking aim at something you can't see.
But I could see it before the spell went up 6 seconds ago.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, what about? Yeah, I think it still works for the action economy cost. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool, thank you.
Oh,
I didn't use one of the firebrand bullets, though. That's just what that says. So there's no additional fire damage. 0 down there. But the piercing damage looks pretty good.
yeah, okay, that's okay. Yeah, later I might make it. You'd have to know where the creature is, like, concretely, but this is fine. Okay, natural 20, and is that 19 piercing damage?
Yeah, that's 19 plus 11 piercing.
Oh, 19 plus 11. Perfect. Okay, and which one were you attacking again? Sorry, I'm doing something.
I will ping them. Or rather, I have trouble pinging. The center of the big white circle, the guy is just, yeah, that one, thank you. My Mac doesn't like me to ping, that's the one there.
It's 30 damage.
Yes.
Nice.
Alright. Yeah, you hear the distinct sound of your bullet hitting one of the creature's carapace, and you know that you've hit it.
All right, that will be Peach's turn, though. But she, Doc, I think you hear her muttering under her breath, "That Salinger Moore just running out into the goddamn snowstorm." That'll be my turn, though.
One of those insect creatures goes skirting the edge of the storm, avoiding it pointedly. Moves towards Albrecht, lunges in with an attack.
It can only move.
Oh, it can only move. There we go. Nice. Actually, we couldn't have even gone that far.
Wait, how did it see him? Oh, he was the one outside it? Yeah.
He was there before you cast the. He is outside of that. He's not inside the storm.
Oh yeah,
However,
so it can't use its reaction and can only move, use an action or a bonus action.
Okay, yeah. So you see it skittering along the rocks, but it doesn't actually make it all the way down. Hearing the gunshot, this creature comes moving. And it starts its turn in the sleet storm. It doesn't even make a roll.
Yeah, Dex save.
It's a 19 pass.
19 is my spell save, so I think yes.
This creature just barely moves to the edge. You can see it slightly emerging from the sleet storm, but that's where its movement ends. And because it was hit with the mind whip, it can't move any farther or do anything else. Alright.
Seeing that some people are moving, but not really hearing that anybody is like, yeah. Oh wait, no. Casey did say Avalanche, GTFO. She's invisible, so she's gonna try some full movement to get on a safer side. God. What are the chances that she thinks that she's safer where she doesn't have survival? She doesn't know that corner is awesome. She does see Albrecht. She doesn't trust Albrecht.
I view there's wind and rain swirling, torrential downpour.
Yeah. Actually, is there any room for me at the base of the mountain that I'm at to stand safely? You know what? Her first instinct was to hunker in place with that thing on the side of her. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it, and then I'm going to. Ooh, do I see the one emerging from the snowstorm?
Yes, you just barely see one starting to poke out that left side of the sleet storm.
No first level spells. Oh, but I have the other thing. Just gonna sacred flame the guy she can see. It just didn't reach me. It has to dexterity save. Oh my! Oh, it's a wisdom save.
Dexterity
Don't you
save?
dare! It's a
Dexterity?
dex. And then Radiant Soul is a +5, so 21 halved. 10.
There's a burst of greenish blood. You've bloodied that red sand carapace. Anything else in your turn?
She's now that she is visible, she's gonna scrabble down with. Can you point out how much you feel her movement would take her down, since it is rough terrain? So it's like here.
You're trying to go down the mountain? Like down the rocks?
No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes.
You could probably get to that next little ledge down.
If there's a little ledge, she's gonna stand on the ledge, but a lower ledge. She's kind of like, like she sees Albrecht running, her friend's not running. She's gonna split the difference.
Drop
Thank you.
Drop down one more level. You're a little more exposed where you are right now, but you're about halfway down-ish. Right. Anything else in your turn? Another one starts its turn inside the storm. Sorry, we said dex saving throw. For storm? Yes, dexterity saving throw for sleet storm. That's going to be a failure, so this creature falls prone, is that right? It's prone.
Reading the spell, since it sounds like Patrick is away. Until the spell ends, freezing rain and sleep. The ground is when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, must make a dex saving throw. On failed save, it falls prone.
Flips, falls on the rocks. I'm going to roll a little acrobatics to see if it falls down or not. See if it slides down, I should say. Yeah. So it manages to catch onto the rocks. Spend half its movement to right itself.
I'm just gonna have the image of like a cockroach circuit.
Yeah. It's going to move down the rocks. That's all it can do. So mine wears off of that one. Somsel goes, oh, jeez, I don't know what to do. And then she spots that one there. She can just barely see. So she whips out her wand, shakes it back and forth. Come on, just one more. And then, there's a burst of magic missiles go flying out. This creature. 11 force damage plus some bloodied damage. So that this hit the creature and knock it slightly back into the Slate Storm, but you can see it clawing its way back out. And then some soul. Actually, take some soul's full turn. So Somsol has an ability called Good Pockets. So when she activates a magic item, like the wand, it only takes her a bonus action. And then she is going to stuff that away on her slingshot. So draw it back. Oh, come on. Fires a shot. Slingstone hits the carapace, bounces off. Well, I hit it. That'll be the end of her turn. Another one starts its term inside the storm. And I think that's going to fail, yeah. So it's going to slip, falls down on the rocks. I'm going to roll its acrobatics. And it claws on just fine. It's going to use some of its movement to get up and start moving. It's still inside the storm. Alright. Another one down the rocks. Is it an E19? Is Ava's
Yes,
spell save DC
19,
a
19, 19.
It's a failure. This one falls. Tries to get up, also is going to move a little bit.
Ava's brand of damage is just, slight embarrassment.
Perfect. Casey, it's your turn. You can see this creature's found you. It's tearing apart the limbs of the tree just beneath you. Next turn, it'll be able to attack you. We are now on round 2. The beginning of the next turn. They have much will arise.
The beginning of the next round?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we only have 2 rounds.
Arrives on round 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, did not understand that with the math that I was thinking about. So that's good to clarify now. Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm so fucked up.
Did I give the impression that
Husband, what did you do?
Yeah, we all kind of thought we'd have one more round.
Okay, I'll give you one more round then at the next one after. So if everyone had that impression, that's my fault.
You're a kind of benevolent DM. We would all been fucked.
I super thought we had 3 rounds.
Yeah, thank you.
Did Esmond mess up time? What happened?
We can all blame Esmond.
This is why we don't do chronometer.
This is my time to why my shit's illegal.
This all happened after you guys gave me the sword. This is your fault.
Yeah, that's true.
Sword made him
Sword
cocky.
for you.
Casey will use half his movement to stand upright. And yeah. He kind of looks at this snowstorm in front of him and glances over at the creature poking out to the north and the one right in front of him.
And just a reminder, you and the creature right next to you are elevated kind of uphill. The one to the north of you is down the hill.
Gotcha. Yeah, Casey snaps a finger, snaps it again, and 2 balls of energy appear into his hands, chaotic and shifting through all the different elements. And as he does this, he lifts into the air and flies back a little bit from this creature. Hopefully not provoke an opportunity attack. As he uses this bonus action ability. And as he's in the air, he unleashes both these balls of energy, one at the to the north and one right in front of him. He throws the one in front of him first, and I will use sneak attack if it hits, since Salinger's there.
Are you moving before the attack or after?
I'm moving before the attack because you're disadvantaged on ranged spell attacks when you're right next to him, right?
Okay. Yeah. So the creature will treat this like we do mobile, where it can't actually stop you, but it still gets the attack of opportunity because it has it on. So it's going to take a swing, but your movement will not be reduced if it hits you. Okay, about 27 currently.
So there. So Chris, this wasn't said aloud, but I did post into the chat a mirror image for Casey. So there are 4 Caseys currently, if that's okay.
Yeah. That's fine.
During the minute we had there, someone roll to see if he hits Casey or an image.
That's good. Actually, a lot of this creature is actually in the Sleet Storm, so I'm actually going to give it disadvantage on its attack. Let me roll one more time.
Sure.
It don't matter, but either one of those will hit a mirror image.
So I have.
Oh, you hit a 1?
I did hit a 1. 1 second. Yeah, Casey kind of. As the creature's attack comes in, the 4 Caseys kind of shift to the side as they're lifting to the air, and it strikes one of the mirror images.
I'm not sure about using this on that roll, because that's sort of a randomization roll. That's not really your skills for the mirror image. That's not like you doing something.
Okay, so that won't apply to the mirror image thing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's more intended for things that you're doing because of your.
Okay.
Yeah, I would let you do an inspiration, or if you have that.
No, we have options. Yeah. As this strike comes out, out of the snowstorm at Casey. He doesn't have time to react. He just kind of instinctually lets out a little Ignan word that wings sprout from his back and close around him as these flaming wings kind of encompass him, and all 4 Caseys do the same. And they'll give me +5 to my AC, which will make it 20 there.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So as these claws coming at you, tell me how you deflect this attack with this new ability. I don't know have we seen this one before?
We've seen it once before with Shalati next to him, which was perfect. But yeah, the wings sprout from his back as he's lifting to the air, and they swing forward. And as they swing forward, the snowstorm kind of dissipates from the heat of the wings there, and the strike comes in and just sparks fly, and the stinger is singed ever so slightly, but Casey kind of stands there behind the wings and then flies back a little bit more and throws this ball of chaotic energy right at this creature.
Is that 20 gonna stand?
There's a 20 to hit.
Were you one of the Bardic Inspiration people?
I was not, but Casey. Casey's lucky. Casey's lucky. It's gotta hit. And he's inspired.
Okay.
22.
22 hits.
Perfect.
How much damage are you looking at?
First try. Yeah, this ball of energy flies down at the creature. He is using sneak attack dice since Salinger's there. Here we go. All right. He is struck for 27 damage. It's poison damage.
Something not resistant poison.
Yeah, this ball of energy flies down, and just as it strikes him, it turns green and viscous and splashes over him. And the energy continues to reverberate, and then flies to the creature to the north, because I rolled double 6 on my damage. It jumps.
Alright.
So, flying at the creature to the north. 17 to hit him. Don't think it does.
That one's gonna hit the carapace and knocked off into the sleet storm.
Splashes away, but then the second ball of energy that Casey had in his hand flies right behind it at the creature to the north. That one doesn't hit either.
the swirling winds coming off of the sleet storm throw it astray. Hits the ground with a burst in the snow.
It's okay, Esmond. You'll get him. Oh, wait, it's Casey. Oh.
That might be the rudest thing you could ever say.
Casey straightens the greatsword on his back and moves back a little bit here. That's going to be my turn.
Spin your round.
Looking over his shoulder, Esmond can see one of the insect creatures coming out of that sleet storm in the direction where some of the other folks were hidden, and kind of maybe heading in that direction towards O. So he's going to tap the opal and fling his hand outward, casting Ice Knife at first level at this fella. That'll be 12 to hit, so that'll miss, but has to make a DC 18 dex save against cold damage.
It's an 8.
So that'll be 7 cold damage plus bloody.
There's more greenish blood leaking out, some of it freezing on the surface of the creature's body. It's in bad shape.
Yep, and then Esmond will continue climbing. No, there's no time. There's too much stuff happening. We'll just continue climbing up, looking for a safe place to hide somewhere up here. So I don't know if you want me to roll for like trying to climb up the mountain, but just he's going to keep moving up that way with Typhon helping.
Yeah, right there you're actually just squeezing through trees and kind of walking on slippery rocks, but it's not much climbing actually involved.
Wait, I'm watching you climb up?
He's like going back into that ravine, trying to press back into those rocks.
Okay, Rhea might have regrets now. Okay, cool.
You're still on your turn.
Who of the enemy can I see from here?
Just barely. Maybe the one that was attacking Casey. Because you're pretty far back from the cliff face.
Okay, she's gonna move forward then, creeping forward.
Yeah, if you get to the edge there, then you can pretty much see everything.
Okay.
I mean, except for the ones in the sleet storm itself. But...
So basically she can see this one, the little trace of this one, and like
and that one.
a skinny leg.
Yeah. A little dainty leg coming out of the sleet storm.
Does this skinny leg look pretty rough?
Yeah, you can see blood in the snow.
Okay, I guess she will take aim at that one. And this will not be sharpshooter. Oh, like, is she still hidden? Was she hidden from these guys?
Yeah, presumably.
I guess she'll try a sharpshooter on this first one then. Well, that didn't work, so she will not try sharpshooter on this next one.
First one bounces away, but the second one will hit.
So that is 11 piercing. Bloody.
Story.
She follows the trail of blood leading up to it and finds the rivulet where it's been seeping out. Releases a little bit too fast at first, and it ducks back into the sleet storm for a minute. She corrects, draws a little bit more carefully this time, and it arrows home, pun unintended, honestly, into the wound, creating it a wider hole as it collapses on the edge of this ring. And then she looks down, casts a look around, sees that not as many people as she would have expected are actually pressed up against the cliff. And she shouts at everyone, says, "What the fuck are you doing? Get up against the cliff! We have only a bare handful of seconds."
Good lord.
And then she's going to move like another. Yeah, I guess she will. She'll move here and then slinging the bow over her back. She's going to use her bonus instead of hiding for once. She's going to use it to climb down here with her gloves, so that she doesn't take extra movement to climb. So I should be able to. I should be able to get over here. And that's it.
Red Sand Carapace is technically starting in the storm. Gonna roll his dex saving throw. It's gonna fail. He falls into the slipping, and the sleet stands up. Chases after Casey, but doesn't make it that far. There. You can see, Casey, you can see tree branches and splinters of wood being torn apart as this thing comes crashing through that bit of tree, slashing as the place you were a moment ago. Albert glances over his shoulder up the mountain. He is going to run into the sleet storm. Making his dexterity saving throw. Oh, surprisingly, not his best thing. Okay, but that will be enough. Maybe roll a 19, lucky.
Is that including the difficult terrain within the sleet storm?
Is it difficult inside? Oh no.
I thought so.
I thought it was just the dex save.
I think it's difficult terrain. Let me check.
Yeah, if it is, he's not going to make it with you. He's actually not even making as far as
Yeah, difficult.
Okay. Yes, so let me... You see him vanishes in the sleet storm. It doesn't come out the other side. Fancies. Alright, good idea. Into the rocks. Pulls up Dresden. your turn.
And Doc sort of sees the other bug get blown to pieces in front, looks over at Peach, and who's the other person there? So the little
Samsel. You can see her pressed up against the rocks.
Yeah. She looks at Peach and Samsel and looks over, sort of sees Araya, and she tightens up on her shield a little bit and starts walking forward a little bit. She goes, "Okay. When it comes down, it's probably gonna hit pretty hard. Grab hold of something. Make sure it's heavy, and whatever happens, don't panic. We'll come find you." And she's gonna take full defense, and she's gonna stand up in front of where Peach is, right there. I think that will be the end of my turn. So Peach gets +2 AC.
Aw, thanks, Ava.
Yeah, and she looks over at Araya. Is Araya clinging to a rock or anything? Or is she
She is
just...
invisible. You can't see her.
Oh! Okay, I don't see her at all. I look for her, but I can't find her.
On the ground. Where'd she go?
Yeah, that's it. And in turn.
Right. Solitaire, you're up.
I'm gonna try and follow after this insect.
Alright. Difficult terrain to get to there, but then you're good. Oh, you did start your turn inside.
And
Nick.
an athletics check for starting in the snow.
Dexterity saving throw. It's not going to make it. The ground gives way beneath your feet as the wind and the rain swirl around you. You find yourself suddenly hit on your shoulder hard, deep bruise in your muscle.
Just before he hits the ground, I'm going to use a bonus action just because I think it'll look cool. So as he's falling, he's going to use... pull up the name of it. He's still going to hit the ground, just in a slightly different look. It's not the right one. Anyway, I can't find it. It's the equivalent of Misty Step. So right as he's about to hit the ground, I'll use my bonus action to Misty Step, and I'm going to hit hard on my shoulder, but...
Terrible news. You're fully obscured, so there's nowhere you can see.
Oh no, that is terrible news. So I'm just going to hit the ground, and then I can move... I have to use half movement to stand up while prone. That's the only thing I can do.
You can use half your movement to stand up, but you still have the remainder of your movement.
Okay. Since I'm hasted, that's not that bad. All right, fine. So he just falls flat on his shoulder, grunts, stands up, and then continues running the direction he wanted to go.
All right. Yeah, difficult terrain to get up the hill. And then you've caught up with the creature, emerging, bursting out of the sleet storm.
A little embarrassed. A little beat up.
Literally
Covered
no
in
one
snow.
saw it. Nobody saw it.
I saw it. We went over this last round. I saw it. And I'll just do all 3 attacks back to back for expediency.
Right. Might of Brunhilde in hand. hacking, smashing through some of the nearby trees, just barely missing the creature. But a 23 will hit. Is that 16? Looks like 16. If that is 16 damage, then you bloodied the creature on the first strike. Natural
Good news.
20.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
Oh, that's right.
Whoa.
Go to him.
Am I supposed to say Sonic Boom now? Is that
So we're looking at 16, 18, 26 plus 9. 30 is a 35 damage with some of that's radiant.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Just reread the crit ability again, since I did not expect that to happen in 2 sessions.
The creature is knocked away from you 10 feet, I believe.
Yeah. All creatures of my choice within 20 feet take 3d6 and get knocked away 10 feet. So it looks like this guy might get knocked off that cliff. I don't know.
He's just short, unfortunately. Casey, unfortunately, also just short.
Creatures of my choice.
Casey is
Well, yeah.
perfectly tall, thank you.
But, Casey, there's a boom and a burst of light behind you, and comes flying out of the woods, this insect creature. Its claws waving in the air. Almost. Roll dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Sal just punted him your way.
28.
Alright, yep, you managed to get out of the way as this thing goes flying.
Right. I guess I've still got my bonus action and a little bit of movement left. Phil let a grin spread across his face and said, "That looks really cool." And then he'll go into a rage and use the rest of his movement to follow up on that bug that's right next to him.
Yeah, there are splinters of wood that go flying with the burst of Brynhilda's might. Peach Pine, turn is yours.
Right, so Peach lets out an audible sigh of relief as she sees Salinger burst back out of the sort of whole sleet sphere. How long do we have until avalanche hit? Is this when is the top of the order, rather?
Casey's the first one on the turn.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the patience. So Peach will kind of nod to Doc and say, "Doc, I appreciate it, but I think maybe I gotta run. I'm sorry." And she kind of skitters up the cliffside to her south to be on the same plane as Sal and Casey. But beyond her movement, she will hold her action.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you move to the south and you climb up those rocks. It's probably 15 feet of movement to get up the rocks, so just include that in your movement and you should be good.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm where I want to be. And then Peach is otherwise holding her action.
Action held. northern side. This red sand carapace comes moving just beyond the northern bounds. The sleet storm fixes its eyes onto Typhon, Bane, and Esmond, goes chasing after. And Esmond, glancing back, you see this thing crawling kind of sideways along the side of the rocks. Sharp pincers piercing the stone as it heads straight for you at a full run. Araya, your turn.
Seeing everybody climbing deeper into the rock and not to where what's-his-nuts went, she's gonna climb back up again. God, it's so... This rock's bigger and nicer! I'm gonna stick to it! The fear is intense. Do you think a blade word would work against rocks?
Roll Arcana.
So, it's bludgeoning.
Roll Arcana.
I'm gonna roll Arcana, that sounds great. Hey, 18's not bad for a straight roll on intelligence.
Not too bad, not too bad. Probably only works against weapons. Probably not gonna work.
Stars. No, okay. God, she's just like... Cool. Cool.
Just above you, you see a creature clawing its way towards Fane, Esmond, and Typhon. And you see Somsel to your south, pressing up against the rocks. You see Peach, Casey, and Salinger engaged in battle with an insect that seems badly wounded.
I've got some level 3 spell slots. The one that's... The one that's after Fane and Ez is a greater danger, in my opinion, and she is going to cast Guiding Bolt at a much higher level. I'm gonna re-roll my attack though, because and twin spell it into. Okay, the 24 hits. Can I still twin spell, or is that a no? But
What did you say it after you rolled it?
I said before I spent coin on re-rolling, but your judgment.
As long as you, I wasn't watching. As long as you said it before you rolled it, you're fine. But you can't say it after you see what the roll is.
No. I was like, as I was clicking it, I was like, oh, and I'm going to twin spell it, and then I clicked, but like,
actually, it doesn't matter. Interesting, it doesn't matter because you still have to roll a second time anyway, right? You have to roll twice, right? Okay,
yeah.
You're fine.
Okay, 24 and 25, and both on the same dude, and one of which gets a +5, not both.
Okay.
Well, one thing about twin spell, it has to target different dudes.
Oh, well then one to each side. If you in particular, both you guys. I'm
Okay, here's an important question. Is it arms out or is it arms crossed?
Arms crossed is for fools. Have you seen sharpshooters at the Olympic? No, I mean, arms crossed is like way more awesome looking. No, Ariel would do arms out, like offering this avalanche behind her, right? And she just sort of spreads her hands, and from them just like this
Blasts
of
of
it.
golden light.
Yeah, just like she scrambles up to a higher vantage point, avalanche still coming at her, and she's like, "You're gonna go down with me."
Excellent.
Pew,
Okay.
pew.
So first roll top one, second roll bottom one.
Yes. The question for the re-rolled one, do I still use the damage from it? Yes or no?
Use the damage from the first one if you rerolled something.
Okay, so then it is 26 radiant for top one, and then it is 21 radiant for the bottom one.
26 radiant. Okay, so 13. 13. You bloodied.
And then one of them gets a +5, so 26 or 21. I'm going to do it to the 21 since the 21 is odd, and that makes it 26.
Okay.
Oh, both 26. It evens out nicely.
Well, the one on the north side, you see green blood splatter against the rocks. You've bloodied that creature. And as the one fires south, with the one engaged with Casey and Salinger. That is... How much total damage on the southern one, sorry?
26 also, so 13 total.
Queen, tell me a story on the southern one.
Really? Esmond, never tell me, okay? So it's just this it's just like you're going down with me apocalyptic kind of thing. It's they're attacking their friends, they're attacking their friends. We don't want to be caught in an avalanche with their pinchers. Just the rumbling of a mountain and just these flaming golden bolts streak through the sleet and the snow, silent from where she... Casting this would make me visible, though, right? So from where she then appears, radiant in her white yet dirty robes, streaks towards the carapace of the creature,
And
lighting it with golden light and just like crackling within it.
And what had been like a muffled, distant roar, suddenly the entire cacophony of the avalanche coming down the mountain burst into your ears. You can not just feel it under your feet now, you can hear it, and starting to feel the cold and the whipping wind, not just from the sleet storm, but from the avalanche soon approaching.
Maiden! And she's gonna duck next to her little cliff face and just like hug it.
Another carapace starts its turn in the sleet storm, falls prone. Has to get up and starts shuffling to get out of the snow.
May I use my held action?
Yes.
Peaches are held action to Misty step over toward the edge of the cliff, near some of her other friends. And that will end the action.
Ooh, show me where you'd like to go.
Right about there?
Sounds good, yeah. Here. First.
She appears in like a poof of pink glitter and perfumed air, and she drops a wink at Sal and says,
Yeah, well, this avalanche coming. Wherever you go, I'm going.
So I'm sort of saying, oh no, oh no. She kind of presses up into the rocks. Flatten down as much as she can. Oh no. Another carapace in the storm. Falls down, struggling to get out. This one does come bursting. No, this one's more than halfway. This one's halfway in. Also fails. Falls, hits the ground. And Peach, you can see it scrambling against the stone to get up. Gets there. You see it crawling towards you, but because it fell in the snow, it can't quite reach you. Casey, it's your turn. Right before your next turn, the avalanche will arrive.
Casey looks uphill and sees the white wall approaching and says into the mind lake, "You guys are going to want to take cover. Whatever you can do. If you get covered, spit. You'll know which way's up. I'll come and get you out. Hold on tight." And he holds his action.
Asmund, you're up.
Man, I can't go anywhere. I got Thane with me. Shit. Seeing this thing scramble up behind us, Asmund is going to tap the pommel of his sword and have to upcast it. So, but it doesn't matter. There's only the one target. Cast Mind Whip on the boy just south of us.
Intelligence saving throw, if I recall.
Correct.
Failure.
10 psychic damage plus bloody, and it has no reactions, and it can only take a movement, action, or bonus action on its next turn.
Nicely done. Anything else?
Esmond will tuck himself further into this kind of cavernous-looking area, and just hope for the best now.
Alright. Yeah, the creature seems to screech out, high-pitched in pain, as the mind whip lashes through it. Ishlon.
From here, can I see this bug? This
Yes.
guy.
Yes, you can.
If I wanted to, is there a place for me to like secure a grappling hook against in this little rock space?
Yeah, I think so. These are pretty robust featured rocks, yeah.
And that would probably be my action, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, I guess she'll go ahead and she'll whip her around as she takes steps back. With each step, she draws, knocks an arrow, draws and looses at this guy. Oh, this is not sharpshooter. It's just going to be a regular old shot. That's a 30.
No hit. The arrow sticks in. Creature's barely hurt. It's still going right at Peach.
I think she is going to also use superiority die as it hits. Seeing how close it is to Peach, she whispers something into it, and it slices through the air with a heavier, almost hammering kind of sound, and it hits. When it hits the bug, there's an impact and a weight to it, and she is going to do a pushing attack.
Ho, ho, ho.
So that is a strength saving throw. DC. What's another DC?
Oh, it passed.
Ah, shit. Yeah.
But it still takes that additional damage.
Yeah, that's true. So that's what, 9 piercing plus 11 piercing damage.
Yep.
And then
arrow,
she's
the arrow hits hard, but the creature's forelimbs are planted solidly in the ground.
and then she's going to take another shot. 27,
hits.
8 piercing. That's it. And then she will climb into basically the deepest, like most angled crevice that she can find, and will press herself against the rocks, slinging her bow over her head, and is just gonna hunker.
Yep. Fane glancing back and forth between Esmond and the creature chasing them. Damn. Get out. I'll hold it gun off. He whips around.
I'm going to use my reaction. Get up here. It won't be able to get to us. Just move.
Roll persuasion.
It's your best thing.
I'm so persuasive.
Persuasive like a tank.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
Good idea. And turns away
He
from
can
the
do it
creature and
all.
follows after.
Yeah, get you a wizard who could do it all.
Renaissance
Imagining him
man.
going, stop being such a sacrificial fuckface. God damn it.
And Fancy will take the dodge action. Doc, your turn.
Ava feels the rumbling, looks back up at the mountain, almost like a little bit more, almost like a little serene. She takes a shield and she secures it on her back and walks over to where Samsel is. And she's gonna sort of grip the earth, whatever she's holding on to, around Samsel so that she's covering Samsel with her body. And she's gonna prepare for the impact. Hopefully protect Samsel.
Samsa looks at you with big, glassy eyes. Blushes slightly.
Is it too late? I didn't use a lot of my movement. Can I have used half my movement to pull out my shield and hunker behind it?
Yeah, that's fine.
And she's climbing on top. She's like holding on. She's like, all right. She's like, don't worry, just stay calm. And
Salinger.
So top left, right? It's the direction of the doom.
Yes.
Coming towards. All right.
Shaking now.
Sal looks in the direction of the rumbling, sees his friends with their backs bared up against a cliff, looks at the distance, looks down at the cliff just below him. Casey on one side, Peach on the other. Steps forward, leans into Peach and says, hold on.
All right.
And he's just going to hop down that first ledge, then the second one, and brace both their backs against this cliff face.
Excellent. Anything else?
He looks up just slightly nervously at the insect looming above them over the cliff, and then I'll end my turn. Well, I'll hold an attack. Well, I'll hold an action in case that thing comes down towards us as he's looking at it.
Peach behind.
Peach will squeeze Salinger's hand and hold an action.
As Red said, Carapace comes charging forward, but because of the Mind Whip, can't take any actions. You see it. Erratic movements, clawing against the rocks, coming straight towards you, Esmond. Bane has his hatchet up. Araya.
I'm casting Fly on myself and getting as high as I can. It's my... I didn't know what else was gonna happen. I have to.
Alright. So tell us what this looks like as you cast Fly, and where do you go?
I'm gonna go straight up and a little bit east, but she sort of like hugs herself, since she's the only one within touch range, and just that golden glow that's like a part of her armor, a part of her healing, and all of that seems to ignite around her, and she levitates and then flies with purpose. High above the battlefield of icky bugs. Oh god. Do I have a really nice bird's eye view of the impending doom?
Maybe. How far can you move with your flying movement?
60 feet per turn thing. And then yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you take off into the air, making it 60 feet. As you look upward, you see a great white storm that is coming down the mountain towards you. And even at 60 feet, you're not entirely sure, is that going to hit me?
Like a little like east also. I did say up and east. Up and east. Up and east.
I mean, you can choose higher, or you can choose west or east. West.
East.
Wow, what a great time to have a panic attack mid-air.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a battlecaster. I'm not about to lose concentration on this.
Samsel looking up at Ava. You okay? She's going to take the dodge action. Falls in the snow, struggling. Its claws scraping against the ice, trying to get out of the sleet storm. Can't quite make it out. The one above Salinger and Peach sees the two of them going down there, glances over at Casey. Goes sprinting, tearing through the trees at Casey.
Chose poorly.
It leaps at you with an attack. It's a 20 to hit.
It hits a mirage.
Nice. Yeah, you can see the claw when the claws go tearing through one of the mirror images. It makes a high-pitched squeaking sound of frustration, looking at the three other Caseys.
Their backs are to this creature, just staring up at the snow that's coming towards them from above.
Okay. That is the end of the creature's turn.
Chris, I'm going to time in action with this avalanche.
Right now.
Yeah, as the snow's barreling towards them.
Do you want to say it after I describe the avalanche? Or do you,
Sure. Go for it.
Okay. So, long has the winter been building, and finally its wrath has arrived. What at first just seemed like it may just be snow falling down the mountain, as it gets closer, it is so incredibly thick and wild, like the oncoming of a tidal wave, that there are bits of snow and ice hitting Araya even as she flies as fast as she can up into the air. There are chunks of ice and snow as big as barns crashing, smashing all around you. You see one of them hit one of these insects and just totally destroy it, smearing green and carapace all against the ground. Then everything is white and loud. And there's, for a moment, nothing. Casey, as everything around you begins to fade into white, what do you do?
Just as the white wall is about to hit him, he looks over his shoulder at the bug, gives a quick nod, and into dust and fire as he appears 30 feet straight up in the air.
Okay. Yeah, you pierce 30 feet straight up in the air.
It's not high enough.
To get above it, yeah, that's right. Here's the thing that
Go on.
when Casey casts a first level spell or higher, he can fly, so he stays up there.
Okay. Appear in the air, and you fly an additional 10 feet right after your spell, is that right?
Yeah.
First level
So he's-
higher, absolutely. Yep. Another additional 10 feet, clambering upward, reaching for the sky, as just snow and ice swirl all around you, and you begin to feel the impacts. Okay. So let me take a quick look here. So Albrecht will not need to make a roll. Araya is going to be advantaged on her roll. Casey, you're like right on the cusp. We're gonna give you a saving throw, and then Ava will take a saving throw. Ishtalan, you get a saving throw and a D4 on that saving throw because your spot's really good. And then normal advantage for Peach and Salinger. Did I miss anyone?
Esmond and Fane.
Regular for Esmond and Fane. No advantages. All right. So
And what
like
Type
it.
of saving throw?
this is going to be Strength or Constitution, your choice.
Wait, so I have advantage or I just have the D4?
You have advantage and a D4.
Am I also?
Oh, sorry. No. I misspoke. Ishtalan, you have a regular saving throw plus a D4 for your position.
That's why you don't panic.
And Araya, you have advantage because 60 feet's big.
Would my gloves, climbing, and swimming offer any help in this? Wow, that's a lot of nice 20s.
I have Peach's bardic inspiration.
Gloves of climbing and swimming. Yeah,
Well,
I
it's
kinda-
sweet.
Dirty
me too.
20.
I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, the gloves will help.
What are they? In,
Do they usually give you
Mechanically, how do they
advantage?
they usually give me a +5 to any
Plus
athletics.
five. Yeah, plus 5.
And okay.
Okay.
So 23 total. Sorry. What is math? 27. 25.
I kind of wish that Chris had his camera on, and it was like you were just gauging his reaction to it. You're like, 20, 22, 20, 27, 20, 25. Yeah.
I may reroll mine.
Okay, so you're looking at a base of 31 points of bludgeoning damage, 45 points of cold damage. If you made DC 20 on your saving throw, you can cut that in half.
What do the natural 20s do?
Oh. Oh, interesting. Natural 20, you can negate one of those types of damage.
Could I use held action instead?
To do
Having
what?
the avalanche hit like trigger that action?
To do what?
To, for example, cast Dimension Door and get out of the damage.
Aha, you're going to cast Dimension Door. We'll come back to that. Echelon question.
Can I use a reaction to cast Absorb Elements against that cold damage?
Ooh, yes. Okay. So let's see. So okay, avalanche is coming on down. The earth is rumbling. You can feel almost the rocks coming apart beside you, Peach. You're holding onto Salinger's hand, and now's the moment. What do you want to do?
As Peach feels the avalanche crushing around them and feels Sal kind of bracing against her and bracing against the rock, and she knows he's taking damage, she just takes a breath and says, "Hang on." And she reaches behind her and turns her hand in the stone behind her, and opens a door pushing in to the rock face. And she'll grab Sal by the hand and by the cravat and pull him into the dimension door with her and shut it behind her.
Yeah, and as the door opens and closes behind you, snow and ice consume the place you were before. Salinger and Peach are gone. Raise your hand if you're still conscious. Oh, excellent. Oh, excellent, excellent. All right. Let's see.
So if I'm cold resistant and I succeeded my save, so it's half and then half, so...
Yeah.
I'm alive but bloody.
Araya from the air, a bit bruised and battered from the edge of the avalanche that hit you. After a moment, you see all the snow, which had almost all snow and ice, which had almost seemed like water, filled with stones, has come to settle. The landscape around you is almost a featureless white with subtle rolling topography. You see over on the right side, Albert climbing his way kind of up onto the rocks on the other side. You don't immediately see any of the others.
I'm
You
gonna
hear in
fly.
your head.
Oh,
This is basically water. Check in, everyone.
this is basically water. God damn it, Casey. Can I take a look to see where I can see like buried folks?
Yeah, you're looking for any signs of anyone. Casey, as you reach out through the mind link, there may be some people who answer, but Peach and Salinger do not.
Oh, this is exciting.
Ray, you probably see Casey's legs sticking out of the top of the snow since he was up high.
I'd love to come and render aid. I'm on my way to you. Who's awake? Who's still here?
We're fine down here.
Ez, you there?
I can't. Yeah, I can't think straight right now. I don't know where I am.
Just hold on. We're coming to you.
Do you tell Array to go to Ez instead, or do you want me to come to you first?
Um,
It was better than one. I'm coming to you first. I can
No,
see your legs.
you see his legs full sticking out of the snow.
Yeah, I can reach you. Like, legit floating above him, pulling his feet. With, like, all of her, like, action and move. Gosh, is she stronger because she can fly? Like...
Yeah, when you pull him out of there, it's a bad look. Like, his shirt's all tattered up and torn away from his torso. He's bruised and battered, and just he looks really rough.
Casey, do you need healing right now?
What?
I can heal you, or should I save it for somebody who's worse? Who do you hear?
Ez is okay. Array is fine.
Are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up?
He looks up at you, and it's clear that he is not seeing straight.
As
Like, her wrist to his forehead, is he, like, cold?
Yeah, this is probably the coldest you've ever felt, Casey. And he kind of spits up, and blood splatters onto the snow beneath.
Healing water. Extra cold. I'm so sorry, but sacred
What?
water.
uh,
Let me help you!
Why? No, that was... It's worse than the avalanche.
Esmond, around you, it's entirely dark. You're not sure how deep beneath the snow you are. You just begin to get your bearings, to make a little pocket of space for yourself. Your hand brushes something metal hard. Is that Typhon? No. No, that's a shield.
Can't see straight. Fane. Hold on. Search around in my satchel, pull out a metallic ball, click it, and it breaks into 4. Actually, no, it's just going to stay in a single light and single ball and begin floating as it casts dancing light to light up the small area I've made.
You're in a small pocket, almost a cave beneath the snow. You can't even see the sunlight through the top of it. As the light spreads out, you see Fane lying motionless. He's not breathing.
Fane. Come on. You helped me. I need you to get up. Araya, I need you. Let's go. No. Is he unconscious? Is he fading, or is he gone?
Medicine check.
$24.
He's not breathing, but there's a 30 pulse. There's still a chance.
No. His glasses are destroyed. He just tosses the frames to the side and eyes wide, shock of energy. Suddenly, reaches into his satchel. Come on, I know I had one. Yes! Pulls out a potion of superior healing, pops it open, and pours it into his mouth.
Potion in his mouth. Gasps.
Jeez. Esmond falls back. How are we feeling, Fane?
Doesn't say anything. You just hear his labored breathing. He's been battered hard. Looks as though he must have taken one of those big sheets of ice right to the side.
Oh, man. In your mind, Fane's down. He's hurt. He's hurt really bad. I've got him stable, but I need a radar doc here now.
I have Araya here. Araya has need you. I think they were that way.
No, I remember where they were.
And he also pulls out a potion and downs it. Doc, you here? Peach?
Yeah, and Doc will have I guess check in with Sam Sullivan. Like, hey, are you good?
My leg hurts.
Okay. I guess I'm guessing they're pretty much just like completely covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. She's gonna do a little bit of healing just to sort of help her leg, and then she's gonna say, "Okay, I'm gonna try to dig us out. Okay, just try to follow after me."
Okay. Oh, yeah. It feels better. I'll try to help.
And then she sort of still on the back. Samso feels the weight kind of completely shifting on her as Doc turns and her body light around it turns into a snow fox. And then she's going to start to try to burrow out as in sort of like a direction that kind of goes a little bit up, sniffing for the surface.
Well, we see Rhea flying towards where Fane and Esmond seem to be skirting across the snowtop. Wind behind her, the entire landscape cast in white. The bugs seem to have all been destroyed by the avalanche, as best you can tell. We see a snow fox pop its head up for a moment through the snow, while Albrecht on the cliffs on the far eastern side climbs up to the top, surveying the land. But somewhere else, Peach and Salinger, you wake up on ash-gray ground. There's no snow. The trees are barren. Is that a mountain floating, tumbling free against a broken sky?
What did you do?
Well, I just tried to do the wanderlust, tried to get us into just a little safe room. And then when we were kind of moving through, I figured, I don't know, picture the top of the area we were at, but this isn't what I was picturing. I was thinking I could get us not crushed by snow and ice, because I know you're strong and everything, but it looked like it was coming down hard.
Everyone we have left in the world is buried under that ice somewhere. And we're not there with them. He kind of looks off at that mountain.
My plan wasn't to leave them. It was to do what I do when I take a step off somewhere and reappear real quick. I wasn't planning on bringing us anywhere. I was just planning on snapping in back into space, a little bit higher on the mountain, and then we could come down. I wasn't planning on leaving anybody.
I don't think you planned that at all. Looks at her and says, I'm just scared.
As
Yeah.
he says that, you realize on the ridgeline above you, there's someone watching you. Glancing up, you see the broad shoulders of a familiar form, serpentine, black-haired. Charlotte. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
Ooh.
Glad I saved 1 3rd level spell.
So, does it count as doing damage to a creature if the thing you cast prevented it from taking shelter and then it got destroyed by an avalanche, or is that kind of like a gray area?
I feel like that's very neutral. Like that is a
Yeah.
gray area.
You murdered
I mean,
them.
does it count if you keep someone alive and then they kill someone else on their next turn?
Yeah. If you push someone out a window, it's not the push that kills them.
Exactly.
This is true.
Technically, it's
They
not
could-
even the fall that kills them.
They could just as easily become Catwoman.
They could learn how to fly.
Yeah.
Flying's not so hard. Yeah. I love that Casey tried to like doot himself.
No,
oh,
he
man.
did pretty good getting as
You
high as he
did!
could above it.
No, honestly, like in an avalanche, being on top is awesome. That's why I like all those.
Yeah.
The ski save you from avalanche suits are just big bubbles, so you like stay on top, right?
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, and one of the ways to survive an avalanche if it's happening around you is to like swim, like treat it like it's running water, and just swim to the top of the snow.
I like swimming in water. I don't like this concept of swimming in snow.
No, it's fine. If need be, we just eat our party members, and it's good.